Scott Cawthon donated to several politicians who had a history of anti-LGBTQ legislation. I believe him when he says that he himself is pro-LGBTQ. But regardless, he donated to people who were anti-LGBTQ, who pushed anti-LGBTQ legislation. So in the Ballkicker McGee analogy, that's getting kicked in the balls. If you're a queer person, you're getting kicked in the balls. Scott Cawthon is giving money to Ballkicker McGee, and he's going to kick you in the balls. Now, Scott defended himself, saying that he thought that overall, in general, this would be better for the LGBT community in the long run. He admitted that these politicians had anti-LGBTQ views, but he thought that, in general, these politicians would be better for the economy, and that would be better for the LGBTQ community. But that's kind of like in the Ballkicker McGee analogy, saying, hey dude, I'm going to keep giving Ballkicker McGee money, and he's going to keep kicking you in the balls, but eventually we'll all have sandwiches, and then he'll stop kicking you in the balls. And cool, but I'm still getting kicked in the balls right now. And you could help put a stop to that, or you can support the person who's kicking me in the balls. You're not getting kicked in the balls. Scott Cawthon was not the one getting kicked in the balls. He was telling LGBTQ people to get kicked in the balls so that later they could have a better life. He doesn't get to make that decision for them. So with the knowledge that Scott Cawthon will donate to these politicians who will end up drafting up anti-LGBT legislation, it's only natural that the queer community doesn't want to give him money to let him do that. I, once again, totally believe that his personal morals are that he is pro-LGBTQ. But through whatever machinations, he has justified giving to anti-LGBT politicians. And those politicians are hurting the community. Even if Scott thinks they aren't, their history of anti-LGBT legislation is there. And he may think that eventually this will be better for the LGBTQ community, but the point is, things are bad for the LGBTQ community now. And he could put a stop to that, but instead he's supporting the people who make it worse. He may not believe that, and that's fine, but that doesn't change that things are actually getting worse for the LGBTQ community when these politicians have power and money. You could think all you want that Ballkicker McGee isn't kicking other people in the balls, but he's kicking other people in the balls. And you may think that getting kicked in the balls isn't so bad for a better future, but once again, that's not your choice to make. So yeah, if you know someone who's giving money to Ballkicker McGee and you don't want to get kicked in the balls, don't give money to the person who's going to be giving money to Ballkicker McGee who's going to kick you in the balls.